You're probably wondering why I got my construction glasses on. These ain't even really construction glasses. You don't need to know these ain't construction glasses. These is fucking Ray-Bans. Free bands, nigga. For you disrespect the nigga. This video I'm reacting to right here is kind of handpicked. It's kind of sad. So before we get into it's not sad, but you know, but it's about passport bros and shit. And I think I'm gonna let them just see. But some passport bros got caught. You know, I don't want to be because people lost their lives. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give condolences right now. So if I make jokes and shit like that, don't think a nigga coming from it at a bad angle. I just, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you gotta learn how to smile through shit like this. But unfortunately, we had some passport bros not make it back with their passport. I'm gonna keep it at that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And reason why I chose this fucking video is because I was finna be a passport bro. Yeah, I know, crazy, good looking nigga like me wanted about to be a passport bro. But I'm gonna let you pause right there, bro. Reason why I wanted to be a passport bro is because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing them videos, thick ass little, you know what I'm saying, looking like Angelina Jolie and shit, looking like motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, just looking scrumptious, bro. I'm looking at these motherfucking passport hoes and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, I'm like, man, I need to go. And then plus shit cheap over there. I heard you got $100 over there, you balling. So I got $500 in my pocket. I'm a whole city on my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, it's gonna be something I can tell my kids one day. I wanted to go over there and enjoy myself. But until this shit happened, I gotta react to this shit. Cause, hey, bro, I was this close. Where my fucking passport at? I'm not about to go get it, but I got that shit. I was finna go crazy. But now I'm scared. Because, nigga, that's exactly why I ain't go. Because I don't know what rules they got over there. I don't know what type of shit they doing over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already crazy over here, so I don't know what the fuck they doing over here in these other little places. You know what I'm saying? These girls might, they you know what I'm saying? They might do a whole bunch of different shit. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we done seen, we hearing about that. But we about to see what the fuck going on. And it give me another reason why I shouldn't go over there. You know what I'm saying? Stay here exactly where a nigga was born at. All the people be coming here anyway. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna keep that shit short. I'm gonna keep this little intro shit short. Let's get into this shit. You know I like to get in it. Raw, no rubber. We quick. No foreplay. Let's get it.
Be over there trying to date in these crazy times we are living in.
Hotspots. The U.S. Embassy in Bogota urging travelers not to use dating apps in the country, writing in a security alert that criminals are using the sites to lure victims, with many U.S. citizens drugged, robbed, and even killed by their Colombian dates. Embassy officials confirming the deaths of at least 8 Americans traveling in Medellin, possibly linked to the apps.
I'm out of words to describe. I don't even know how I feel right now.
A situation all too familiar for the family of 50-year-old Tujer Zhang, an artist and activist from Minnesota who we first reported on last month. He had been traveling in Colombia in December when he called his brother out of the blue asking for money.
This time he was like, hey, do you have a couple of thousand? I was like, yeah, no problem. Well, when do you want it? He said, I want it now. I'm in this bit of a situation here. I go, oh, yeah, I can do that.
Zhang's family telling our Minneapolis affiliate soon after he stopped responding to their messages,
I was confused. To be honest with you, I don't know why, what the motive is.
Zhang had visited Colombia in the past, posting photos and videos to social media as recently as October with an unidentified woman.
I'm with my girl.
The embassy's alert indicated officials do not believe all 8 of the deaths are linked and said they've seen an increase in reports of incidents involving the use of online dating applications to lure victims, typically foreigners, for robbery by force or using sedatives to drug and rob individuals. Often the reports coming from major Colombian cities like Medellin, Cartagena, and Bogota. Murders of foreign visitors went up by 29% in the latter part of 2023 compared to the previous year, according to the embassy, and most of the victims were U.S. citizens. It's a popular destination for Americans who are big contributors to Colombia's tourism industry, making up nearly 30% of foreign travelers in the first half of last year. But behind that beauty, tragedy and unanswered questions for families like Zhang's, a case where no arrests have been announced, according to that local prosecutor. Loved ones are left to mourn from thousands of miles away.
And he'll draw everybody in. That's the type of people he is.
Okay. With again, also tell friends and family.
Man, I gotta say two things, man. But I'm glad, bro. I don't know how this happened. Don't ask me how. But Tinder, they ass done motherfucking blocked me. So ain't no dating apps for my ass. And back in when I used to be in school and shit, Tinder was it because when I was back in college, nigga, that's when COVID was here and shit. You know, it wasn't a lot. It was kind of a ghost town in school and shit. So nigga had to go be up on Tinder and shit, swiping and shit. And I think one time my homie got my phone and he said some freaky ass shit to some hoes. It wasn't me. It was my homie. He don't get no girls and shit. So he was looking through my shit. He was like, hey, now you got all these girls on your shit. He just started saying wild shit like, let's fuck to all of them and shit. I'm like, I mean, I don't care. I'm not finna talk to these bitches for real. And like, he just ended up getting me blocked or whatever because now I can't get on it. I try to get on it because sometimes I'll be like, that shit low key is fun. You just get on there just swiping, see who gonna swipe. And it is a dopamine shit too because it be cold. Like when you get that one girl who you swipe and you like, I hope she swipe with me back. And then as soon as you swipe, it says, y'all match. I know. Yep. Y'all thought I was playing. I've been there. But man, that make me glad that I'm off that shit because man, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. This social media motherfucker, bro. We need to get off these dating apps and we need to get out in person. We need to feel vibes, bro. I bet you that 29% would have knocked down to 10. Even though you could still meet a girl in a club and she could be a setup. But this is the thing. That's why I feel like everybody need to have some street smarts to them, bro. Whenever you feel fishy about a hoe, man, you gotta let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell vibes, bro, just because I'm a little hood smart, man. I'm a little hood smart, you know what I'm saying? And shit, and everybody need to have that hood smart in them. These guys look like, I'm looking at the dude, look like he had no street smarts at all. Like, he didn't have no smarts at all. And then you gonna go to another city with another fucking country with no street smarts? You're tripping, man. Because them niggas is savages out there. You know what I'm saying? And you think they finna play with us? Bro, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I remember in a previous video, I kind of was bashing a lot of these motherfucking podcasts and, you know, all these self-improvement to get bitches and shit, you know, little shit and all that shit. But honestly, when you think about it, it's pretty much needed because, I mean, bro, this shit happens from a lack of bitches, bro. And we all need to get better at our skills of getting bitches because, you know, I don't like seeing shit like this happen. This came from a lack of bitches. Regardless of y'all would say this nigga to focus on himself, bro, focusing on yourself ain't gonna get your dick wet at night. I'm gonna be honest. That's why this dude went hundreds of thousands of miles away from his home country to get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, regardless of what you say, this is a problem, and we got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather you be a simp, you know, call simp hotline than you to be fucking, you know what I'm saying, on the news. You feel me? So, yeah. I don't know, bro. Let's keep watching this shit, man. That shit's sad, though.
Your plans, where you're going, details about the person, and even what app you used. This one, though, is more crime-oriented. They say don't resist physically if you are being robbed. They say people who do that, they are more likely to be. And also, importantly, in pretty much all situations, trust your instincts. If something feels off, just get away. But with all of these advisories and warnings out there, it might be a good idea just to put that phone down, stop swiping while you're visiting Colombia for a little while.
Good advice, Stephen Romo. All right.
Impressed. As a Colombian, we've been telling y'all so many times to stop going to Colombia for sex tourism. Honestly, I lost all empathy for passport bros. And I'm not trying to start any controversy, but I love how this dude decides to describe this man, this 50-year-old man who used to fly to Colombia just to have sex with 19, 21, and 20 years old. As an activist, as an angel, as a person who helped so many immigrants from his country in the States, I'm not denying anything he has done to the community. Good for him. To the community. Good for him. But do not paint the situation as, oh, this...
Hold up, bro. He said that shit like 50-year-olds don't get horny too. Nigga, what? Man, I ain't gonna lie. I think 50-year dudes is the horniest. Man, like, you know, I ain't finna get into my grandparent and shit, but I mean, shit, bro. Like, don't sit here and think just because a nigga, oh, he don't get his shit. Like, what do we say this? You know, I had to bring this up, but do we say the same thing when girls be trying to fuck with old ass niggas who got money? Sip tea. This is water, but I sip tea right there. So y'all need to quit with that shit, nigga. He trying to get his dick wet. God damn. But he did go at it the wrong way. You can't trust this social media shit. Man, it's so much crazy shit on. I don't really trust social media. Exactly after this month, I want y'all to. I don't know if it's still on Netflix or can you go find it somewhere. But if y'all some OGs on Netflix, man, this is gonna really hit home. It was one fucking crazy ass documentary on a dude who, and this is about to give me fucking goosebumps. I'm getting a little, this shit gonna give me nightmares. But it gave me goosebumps because it was this guy who was online so the guy was messing with a cat online, like on YouTube or something. And then he got exposed. Everybody was trying to figure out who the guy was. They figured out who the guy was. And, you know, everybody was using their little, like, FBI shit trying to figure out who the guy was. He was a guy from, like, Canada or something. And actually, this guy had just committed murder from being gay. Like, he was gay. And a guy met up with him. And he ended up cutting up a guy. And he was doing this to, I don't know if he doing it to multiple guys and shit. And everybody found out who this murderer was just by him posting a video of him, fucking with a cat and shit. And it's just crazy because that dude had met that guy off of social media. And the whole time this guy was crazy. And people from the US went over there in Canada, got the guy. And bro, it was literally the scariest fucking shit in my life, bro. Literally it's like, it wasn't a scary movie, but the documentary was like, what the fuck? And that's what made me like really hit home. Like I hate weirdos, bro. Like I really do. Because I even, bro, that documentary, I wish I know what it was called, bro. If anybody know, bro, please say it. Because, bro, that shit was so freaked me out that night to the point where I was calling like all the girls in my family, like if you ever need a ride or something and you don't feel comfortable calling an Uber or some shit, call me. I was that fucking, cause, bro, the world is crazy, gang. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, the world is crazy, dude. Like, I'm not gonna cap with you, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. If you got any, bro, that shit give me goosebumps thinking about it, man. Like, I'm so serious, bro. I'm gonna keep watching, but I wish I could go figure out what that documentary was. I'm probably gonna look it up and tell y'all, but I'm probably gonna look it up at the end of this. It just, I don't know. I might forget about it. Hopefully I do, cause that, whoo, man, that documentary, it's way sicker shit that happened in the history, but it's just, I don't know, bro. It was just something so off and crazy and weird about that story, bro, that just was like, shit just happened under our nose, man, and I don't know. Let's keep watching, though.
But do not paint the situation as, oh, this poor American went outside and he fell in love. No, he was looking for a 20-year-old to take advantage of. He almost tripled her age, just so you know. So, no, I do not feel bad for a pervert who only went to Colombia for sexism and got murdered in the process. Now, there's bad people everywhere. But don't try to follow this propaganda about how everywhere in Latin America is dangerous and how you too can get murdered in broad daylight. And as so many Americans like to say, fuck around and find out.
Now, after this article was released about those passport bros making their way down to Colombia and getting the United States had to put out a travel advisory to these dusties Okay, a literal travel advisory to these dusties to not go and meet strangers in foreign countries on dating apps. And shout out to Sandra Rose, this blog that put out this article because it's an amazing read. So they state in the article, a growing number of men are traveling to foreign countries to meet submissive women who are less expensive and not too demanding. The term, you guys know, is passport bros, first appeared on TikTok, and it references men who use dating apps to hook up with women in other countries. It states below that authorities say that at least 25 passport bros were unalived in Medellin, Colombia in 2023, and 4 Americans were killed in Medellin in November alone. Now, Owens, a 59-year-old passport bro, was gunned down, robbed, and taken for his watch and gold chain, and then his family had to receive his bodies 2 weeks later in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The U.S. State Department helped the family out to cut through the red tape to bring his remains home. You guys have to understand, that's not what the State Department is for, but that is what the State Department will do. Now, you can pause this to read the rest of these horror stories, including Johnny Jerome and Philip Mullins. Now, again, the U.S. State Department is issuing a warning to avoid using dating apps to meet women in foreign countries because you could otherwise get yourself. It's crazy. The State Department has to do this. It's a waste of tax dollars to have to warn people to not do this. But again, there's the warning.
Do not use dating apps if you're visiting Colombia. The U.S. Embassy just released a new warning regarding this. This new warning comes after 8 American tourists have died under mysterious circumstances.
Isn't Colombia one of the places all these passport bros are saying we should be going to? The women there are so fine and so feminine, and they're gonna treat you the way a man is supposed to be treated. I can't believe this needs to be said, but I'm gonna say it anyways. People who've traveled abroad,
And you know, even though I was about to be over there, you know, don't call me a passport bro. I ain't trying to go for, you know, I wasn't finna be a passport bro. I was just gonna go enjoy myself, and if I would have came across some coochie, then, you know, it is what it is. But I wasn't intentionally going over there for no butt though. But I did always disagree with that. To say you only about to go over to a place just cause they got girls that treat you a certain way, man, bro, like, honestly, the shit that kind of hurts my brain with these type of niggas, man, is they don't really know the key of life. And this is what my key of life is. I'm not, you know, and this is how I feel like I have been the best, and, you know, how this is how I look at life as great as I do now. Is life is about fucking numbers. And life is about sticking up for yourself. Okay, maybe not the second part. But life is about numbers. Sometimes I come across females who got terrible attitudes, who talk crazy, and who I don't want to be around. And sometimes I come across the most submissive, fucking do things that I ask and shit like that. What do I mean by that? That fucking means that it's a numbers game. I might have to come across 10 girls before I come across that one submissive girl. Guys who say, hey man, I'm finna go over to this place because these places don't have girls like they do in the US, because the girls in the US are all fucked up. This is what them guys do. They go to one club on one day and meet one girl who dog their ass out and hate and look at every single girl that way. And that's not the law of the fucking universe. You can't shoot the basketball one time and expect to shoot and make it. You got the best shooters in the NBA who sometimes go 2 for 8. You gotta shoot in life, bro. It's with that with every fucking thing, bro. Literally. You might have to start up 15 businesses before you blow. You might have to make 80 YouTube videos before you know what I'm saying, before you blow. You might have to make 50 songs before you blow. You might have to come across 200 girls before you find the one. But so fucking what? Because that's how life is. You know what I'm saying? And they don't seem to understand that. And I understand that. So it's never going to be a situation where a girl goes too far and disrespecting me. I remember one time I was with this girl And she looked good. She was cute or whatever. But her personality was so shitty. We're in the car and I'm playing my music. She said this music is ass. Take me home. I didn't ask no questions. I hit a U-turn and took her straight the fuck home. And we never seen each other again. And then you know what I did the next week? I went out. I didn't find a girl that next week I went out. I went out the next week. Then I found a girl. And then I'm doing the same thing again. And this time I actually like this girl. So you know what happened? I had to go through a couple of bullshit ass females to find the one. And that's what you gotta do. Girls do it all the time. Sometimes you gotta go through a couple careers. Sometimes you gotta sell to enough people to actually find somebody who wanna buy your shit. But these niggas don't understand the game. I had to go on that quick rant, man, but that shit just hurt my feelings right there. Cause it's just like, but I'm gonna keep it going. I just hope y'all, man, bro, shit make me sick.
People who've traveled abroad, like, you know what it is to be a tourist in some places. You instantly become a target to the people of that place because they know you're a tourist. Now, you might be there looking for something genuine, but there's going to be a lot of people there that are just going to try to take advantage of you. Unfortunately, people lost their lives over this. I recently went on a trip to Africa this summer, and every place I went to, I had people of that country that I was in approaching me, trying to finesse me, trying to sell me, little trinkets for like 10x what they would sell it to someone that lives in that country. The reason why they do that is because they know that you're Canadian, they know that you're from the States, so they know that, or they think that you have a lot of money, or at least your dollar is way stronger in their economy. And it's kind of funny if you think about it, because a lot of these passport red pill bros are saying like, oh, these North American women are after your money, they're not proper, blah, blah, blah. But those girls that they're going to in Colombia or wherever else they're going to are essentially after you for your money as well. At least here in North America, like, these girls probably aren't trying to murk you. But anyways, I'm sure they're going to keep going, and I'm sure we're going to keep hearing, unfortunate stories like this. So
this was my point.
And that's my thing too. Because when I be seeing them passport bros, bruh, they be like, they think like just because they in a different country that the fucking basic nature of the world is different. Like, just because you a fat fuck here, you think you go over there like they just see you different. Like, being out of shape makes you more like you're more attractive out of shape in another place. Like, dude, no matter the anatomy, a girl gonna like a nigga in shape. A girl gonna like a nigga with more resources. That's just fucking basic nature, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, even animals do that shit. They go over there and they fuck with the biggest animal because they think the animal could go get more resources, can protect, defend. Just like how they look at, like, bro, why are you trying to go against even basic fucking nature? That's nature. So they think, you think the big sloppy lion gonna get some pussy? You think all the lionesses gonna go get a big fat lion some pussy, or the strong lion sitting there tearing shit up who got all the fucking food? Nigga, it's basic nature. Y'all now niggas keep trying to go against nature, thinking y'all finna go to another country. Of course they gonna use you for your fucking resources, nigga. That's fucking nature, bro. I'm fucking confused. These niggas logic, bro. This shit got me. I'm glad I picked this. This shit got me hot. This shit got me like, what the fuck?
Wait, right here. It might have gotten misconstrued, but it's a sad situation all around. These men died. They might have families, children. I don't know the situations. However, let's use our common sense, is all I'm saying. You're going to another country where you probably don't speak the language to meet strangers off the internet you've never seen before in private places. Like, I wouldn't even do that in the States. And somebody said this in the comments, you can get got in the States. Like, you can be a lick in the States. But with your income in another country where the dollar's worth way more, you're that much more of a lick. So you've got to be safe. That's my point. We don't want to hear about more of y'all on the news because you didn't take precaution. Use your common sense, fellas. And ladies, too, because I'm hearing y'all going to Jamaica to find some men, and they getting green cards off y'all. Hey, listen, I got to do some research. I'll get back to you.
Okay, TikTok, I don't know if y'all seen, but the passport bros are in deep trouble, okay? So it is all over the news that the United States is alerting men on traveling to Colombia. So basically, multiple men have went to Colombia to date or whatever, American men, and they've been robbed, and some of them have been victims of homicide. So I saw one, it was an Asian guy from like Boston or something. He was kidnapped he went to go meet a woman that he met online. He was kidnapped by her boyfriend or whatever. They called his family to get a ransom, and they got the ransom. The family sent the money, and they still killed him. And I actually knew a man in Miami here who was trying to talk to me, this older guy. He was like in his 40s, and he went to Colombia, and that man got robbed. He got robbed of all his jewelry, and he got robbed of his phone, too, because I thought the man had ghosted me. And once he got back to the United States and got a new phone, he told me he got robbed. So I've been seeing people comment like, haha, like, that's what they get. And I'm sorry, that's extreme. Like, nobody deserves to die because they're, like, that's not worth, like, what they're doing is not worthy of a death sentence. I think where they're messing up is if you want to go date somebody from a different culture, that is fine. Like, if you watch 90 Day Fiance, you know a lot of women do the same thing. It'd be all these white women going to get them a little Korean K-pop dude. But I think the problem is when you are doing it to exploit them, when you're making content saying, I'm going here with the intentions of getting a Colombian woman, not because I think they're beautiful and I love their culture, but because it's cheap, they're easy to please, and all this stuff, that's where you're going wrong. The reason why these people don't no longer want you in their country is because y'all are exploiting them. Quite literally exploiting them, and basically telling them to their face that you don't think that they're worthy or whatever, that you're only messing with them because it's cheaper for you to get one of them than an American. Because you think they're going to be your slaves and cook and clean for you and do all this other stuff. Like, them women are not charity cases. I'm sorry. So do I think, they deserve to get their stuff stolen, their money stolen and all of that? Yes. Do I think they deserve to die? No. I know that every man that goes overseas, is not terrible. And at this point, I would just say, if you're a man, don't go to Colombia looking to date, because your passport bros, they ruined it for you, and it's not safe. And if you are looking to date somebody outside of your culture, don't do it to try to exploit them, because these women know. They got the internet, okay? They can see what y'all are posting.
And now she OC for the birthday makeup. Yeah, she OC for that. But she definitely had a point, man. I didn't even see that. How could you ignite, like, you looking at them as a lick? You know what I'm saying? You looking at them as a lick. So, I mean, it's only fair they look at you as a lick. Like, basically, when you look at these passport bro shit, you basically like, I'm finna go over there and I'm finna use them for their body. Because they don't really know how, whatever, they don't know the value of shit. That's basically what you going over there saying. Like, oh, I'm finna trick you because I got money. And you know I got money. But you bad. And, so it's kind of, you looking over there to use you. And then they got hip to the game. And they like, nah, hell no, nigga. Y'all think this shit's sweet. And we can't come in, do our thug thizzle on y'all. And I mean, that's all I had to say. Like, in the beginning, condolences, because no nigga should die over some shit. But you gotta be like, that's why I say you gotta be hood. You gotta be smart, bro. It's not even about being hood smart. It's just, street smart. Not even hood smart. Street smart. That's what I meant. Street smart. And I mean, you gotta be in the streets, but it's just outside of your fucking house. You gotta have some type of smartness from outside of your house. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be smart in the fucking books. You gotta be smart in the streets too. You know what I'm saying? Got nothing to do about no street shit. But, you know what I'm saying? So that's really just how I look at it, man. It's sad, but some people got to be the poster boys, and I guess it got to be them. And this should tell your ass, man, let's get off these phones. I really want to try to make this no damn lesson shit. But, I really just, like I just said, that motherfucking movie traumatized me. And I'm just a caring person. And I don't want to see nothing happen to y'all. So that's why I'm gonna fuck around and say this, even though you might not like it. Let's get off these phones. Let's see these bitches in person. And let's get a vibe. Let's find a vibe, bro. Because all that other shit, man, it's irrelevant. And that's just a... Nobody want to be at your funeral like, yeah, this nigga got set up by some thoughts. Like, that's not a good way to go out. I always think about my way of going out. Going out like that is fucking, what? Weak ass shit, man. I ain't trying to go out like that, man. Fuck that shit. So, let's go out like some fucking G's, nigga. Let's go. What are we doing? I mean, shit, let's do something about this shit, man. I don't like this shit, man. But, I'm gonna keep this shit short. Let's get about this shit, man. This shit got me hot. Y'all seen how I was hot. I'm yelling at y'all and shit, man. It is what it is. That was a good little something. Because I should go grab my passport. But hopefully before my camera, die or something. Let me see if I can find this movie. So maybe I can go find it or something one day. Netflix movie on social media. Cat killer. Oh, ooh! It's called Don't Fuck with Cats. Don't Fuck with Cats, man. That's the movie. That's it. That's it, bro. That's what the documentary is called. It's called Don't Fuck with Cats or something. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was. I fuck with y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's about that time. And I'm gone.
Loaded up, young nigga, let it get loaded up. Pour some drink, yeah, I pour. In it tonight, in the streets, I'm